Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on altcoins. We're going to do a full update on altcoins, right? So we'll talk mostly, maybe primarily about others, right? So that is usually the main index I use. So that's this. If you want to find it on TradingView, that's basically the crypto total market cap excluding the top 10 cryptos. So it gives you a very good idea of altcoins. We'll speak about that. We'll like all the price action so far. We also spoke about in my last video, where we said that we have lost the uptrend, right? I mean, at this point of time, I think the title is going to be something like altcoin bull run. I don't think we are in a bull run right now, and I also don't think it's very likely we'll get into a real bull run very soon. But I do think we can have some bullish momentum, and I think there are several scenarios open right here for us to actually get that bullish momentum. And I do think that bullish momentum is closer. It's closer than it is far away, if that makes sense. I don't think it does, but hopefully it does. And there's obviously, like, fundamentally there's still quite a lot of pressure on the markets, especially from the Middle East right now. But there's some other things going on as well, of course, and that can certainly create some news-based moves down, right? So that is certainly a possibility. But that's always a possibility, and I don't think that changes much. I mean, that will create a pretty big spike down, and if you're high on leverage, it will wipe you out, or at least it will close the position. But it doesn't have to change the structure, because the structure right here for others specifically, and we'll talk about some specific altcoins in a moment as well. But the structure right here is still a consolidation, I would say, right? So you can see we lost the uptrend when we broke down right here the 12th of June, but we still have balance, right? And we broke down below the balance right here at $235 billion. But we're also nearing some major support levels right here towards $220 and $210 billion. And I would say, and this is very much in line with what we see every summer as well, I would say consolidation is most likely. And I also do think, looking at where Bitcoin is, but also where some of the majors are, I think it's very likely that we will see a bounce from this area right here for altcoins, and that we will be able to get back into this balance. Now, that balance doesn't mean that altcoins will rally, but it does give some more chances for specific altcoins, right? And stability, I also think that psychologically is probably something that most of you prefer over the course of the summer. So short term, we drop down below the balance. The fundamentals are not great, so therefore I think we can actually drop down lower with altcoins here. Not necessarily, but we definitely could, and it's just very dependent on updates here, on development. If we see de-escalation, we see this second move very, very easily. But from that support, from those areas right here, I do think we can bounce back up and we can get back into balance. And like I said, then some altcoins will do better than other altcoins. Most altcoins will remain stable. I think majors, so Solana, Dogecoin, Sui, etc., can actually do quite well. So you can see that's the total 3, so that's the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's very much more for the big altcoins. That's already at support. Again, that can also drop down a bit lower, but that is at support. So I think that's close to finding some stability as well. And then there are some more risky altcoins that are doing well. I mean, Say has been doing incredibly well. I also did a video on that on that yesterday, but that is very, very strong. A lot of volume coming in as well. So that's good to see, and I think we can have rallies like this while others is stable, right? But also something like Aptos is showing some potential right here. That's also very correlated to Say, by the way. And then we have some more scam coins like Fun doing quite well. But Uniswap, for example, is also holding up well. And I think that can rally if we actually get into some sort of stability. So I think that's what you need to know regarding altcoins for now. Hopefully it makes sense. So like I said, short term, I think altcoins can still drop down lower. Also very much driven by that probability of fundamental escalation. But ultimately, I think they will bounce. I think they will jump back up, which can lead to some local rallies. And then I think we'll get some stability. But I'll keep you updated on that. Getting back into that stability and into that balance up here that we had can take some time as well. Be aware of that. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, I think that's what you need to know. Have a great weekend. Take care and bye.